Israel is drawing fire from its own journalists over the controversial death of an Australian national held in custody in a secret prison and a domestic ban on media reporting about it. The Israeli government has ordered all domestic media not to report on the story about prisoner X, an Australian-Israeli man who reportedly died while in the hands of Israel's secret spy service Mossad. Veteran Israeli journalists say the government censor moved immediately to suppress their attempts to report the story.
Yesterday morning, our police reporter Ben Hartman called me and said that he saw a story online on ABC TV in Australia about prisoner X and about the TV show they were about to run, giving details about him and his case in Israel. And we decided that it would be a story we needed to have, and he was going to write it. A few minutes later, we received a phone call from the IDF military censor saying that any material about prisoner X and about this Australian TV report could not be written about in Israel. It was under gag order by court order. I pointed out the fact that I was reading about it right now on the ABC site, and they said it doesn't matter. In Israel, we can't write about it.
The government has said the story should be suppressed to prevent embarrassment to an official agency, but the censorship has been ridiculed by media and security professionals in the country.
Basically, the authorities are repeating the same mistakes time after time. We had similar cases 30 years ago in which their efforts to prevent the leakage of information failed, and they don't realize that if they failed 30 years ago, how can they defend now the leaks of and the information flow in the 20th century, when we have the social media, when we have Twitter and Facebook and emails, and they still try to protect these secrets by suppressing the media, and by suppressing the media they only magnify the story. So they are wrong, and it seems that they don't draw any lessons from the past, and I'm very skeptical whether in the future, when we face another case, scandal or security affair case, they would change their behavior. It's in their DNA.
One former spy, who now works as a writer and a journalist, said that the Israeli government's ham-handed attempts to suppress information are not only outmoded, but ludicrously ineffective.
Today, being a spy, it is much easier to gather information thanks to the internet and the Facebook and the Instagram and etc. and the Twitter. On the other hand, it makes it more difficult to hide people away, like we are talking about this case. As I said, technology has, a double face. Censorship is something of the 20th century. In the 21st century, it is very difficult. I think cases like this, if you want to hide it away, you have to find some other ways to do it, by calling the chief editors of all the media organs in Israel to the Prime Minister's office and telling them, please do not publish this story because it will harm Israel's interest. It used to work in the 20th century. In 2013, it doesn't work anymore.
Australian print and electronic media have made public images identifying prisoner X as Ben Zygier. He reportedly migrated from Australia to Israel in 2000, where he worked for Mossad. It is not clear what work he performed for Mossad or why he was imprisoned. Australian legislatures have demanded answers from Israel about the suspicious death, and Canberra has ordered a review into the case.